Hi guys, welcome back to another Nintendo Arcade. I'm Alex, how you doing? Sorry about the gap, it's been about 3 weeks I guess, but you know, I needed a break. Everyone needs a break now and again, but it's good to be back. It's good to be back doing a video for you guys, because that's what I do it for. And I'm doing it this week. I've got a few pickups to show you this week. Some arcade stuff, really cool arcade stuff. I've had a few more amiibos, but not many. I'll show you that in the next video. Actually, I'll do more of a console one in the next one. I might do a video tour. I haven't done one of those for ages. But this week I just want to do a video of my pickups and a gameplay of one of them, because I've never done a gameplay of one of them. So, what have I been up to? Well, I went up to Arcade Club up in Blackburn, Lancashire, and I just want to say it's a fucking awesome place. It really is cool. If you haven't been up there and you love arcade games, it's the biggest and the best in the UK. It's run by Andy and James, and they do a fantastic job. They welcome you in, and they've got tea and coffee there on tap and snacks and stuff, and you just spend the whole evening playing games with your mates, and it's just so cool. I was up there with Sean Holly, and we just went around. We was playing Lunar Lander, Lunar Rescue, R-Type. That's a cool cap actually. R-Type's not really a Nintendo game, it's an RM game or RM game. But Nintendo, funny enough, made a cabinet for the game, and it's a really cool cabinet. I really do like it. I was offered it once about 4 years ago as a non-worker for about 800 quid. It's a lot of money for a non-working machine, but you don't see many of them. I think there's probably only 1 or 2 in the UK, and they are really, really cool. They don't have like any artwork on the bezel here, but it's got like an R-Type marquee. It's got a really cool R-Type control panel, which I really do like, and I love the game as well. It's one of my favourite games. The bezel's just tinted, which is really nice actually. It's just smoked, and it adds a real nice bit of atmosphere, a bit of depth to the game. The actual cabinet is slightly different shape to one of these, similar size but slightly more angular, not so curved. And the artwork's a little bit smaller, not so big artwork on the side, but it's a really cool cabinet. It's dark blue, so yeah, I would love one of those if I had the room, because I really do like the game. But it's not 100% Nintendo, but hey ho, you know, it's very, very cool. So I've got to play that. That was great. Just loads of Juno First. I played Q-Bert. That's a brilliant game. And I really got into Battlezone. You know, the old Vector game, the tank game. Really did like that. Tony, actually. Nice to see you, Tony. That was really cool of him to show me how to play that game, because I always die really quickly in that game. They seem to get you really quickly, but he told me if you just get up to the side of one of them, you can quickly just turn and shoot, and that's how you play the game basically. It's really cool. Really got into that. So yeah, it was really great to go up there, playing these old arcade games. It's a long way to go for me from London. It's about a 5-hour trip, so you know, I can only do it once or twice a year, but it's well worth it. I totally recommend it. It's at Arcade Club. Go and check it out, guys. So this week, this video, just want to do a couple of my pickups. I haven't had that many, but they're really cool ones anyway. So I just have a sip of my old coffee. Still drinking out the mug, Al. Cheers for the mug. My first pickup is a Mario Brothers kit. Now, again, I was offered this cab a few years ago, but it wouldn't fit through my door. Now, Nintendo made 2 versions of this. They made actually a dedicated Mario Brothers cabinet, but it was wide. They call it the wide body because it's slightly wider than one of these, and that's just so you can sit, or 2 people can play at the same time without feeling all squashed up. So it's that little bit wider than these, and it won't go through any of my doors, so unfortunately I can't own one of those. But Nintendo did do a Mario Brothers kit for one of these, similar to Donkey Kong 3. Donkey Kong 3 is a kit, and Popeye was a kit. And they did a Mario Brothers kit for one of these cabs. And I've always been after the kit, because all I can do, like radar scope, I can just take the marquee off the bezel and the control panel and swap the PCB round, and I've got a new game in a new cabinet without actually having to buy another cabinet. So it's really cool. So this was sent to me by God, I can't even remember his name now. He's on the Dragon Lair forum. He's going to kill me for this, but God, you know, your mind just goes blank sometimes when you're doing a video. I can't remember his name. But he sent me this. Look at this. How cool is this? This is a Mario Brothers control panel for my Nintendo cabinet. And it's really cool. It's complete. Although the artwork here has been peeled off on the edge there. So I think I can get reproduction artwork, which I will do. And I'll get that all looking spanking new. And it's got the lovely Versus joysticks on there. Buttons are really cool. So yeah, look at that. Look at the artwork on that. How cool is that for player 1 and player 2? Really do like this. It's really great. So that will fit in there. Can you see that, guys? That will fit in there. How cool is that? And I've got the bezel. And that will fit in there like that. Can you see that? I'm going to do it in that one. How cool is that? It's got a little chip out of there, but hey ho. You know, I can play the game. It's awesome, isn't it? And then I've got Mario Brothers marquee. I've got myself a Mario Brothers game. So I've pretty much got all the games now. There's only a few I haven't got. And that is my goal, to have a complete Nintendo arcade collection, right up to about Punch-Out, I guess. Anything further than that, you know, they're not really Nintendo. You're getting into Namco stuff, you know, with the F-Zero and the Mario Kart. They're not really 100% Nintendo. So if I can get a complete Nintendo arcade collection, that would be so cool. Maybe open it up to you guys and you can come around and visit. That would be so cool. So my second pickup of the week, and this was a blinding pickup. The seller was selling it for about 250 quid, and it was a non-worker, and that is far too much for a non-worker, especially in the state that it's in. It needs a bloody good clean. Normally these games, well, let me tell you what it is. It's Space Firebird, right? Now I've owned this game twice before, and to be honest with you, I do like the game, but it's a bit of a dog. The board, it's always going wrong. Every time I've owned one of these, the board just packs up, and it's a very expensive game to get repaired. And I just got fed up with it, to be honest with you. And I don't really have room. When that Sheriff cocktail turned up, it's kind of taken over. I just thought, something's got to go. So it was Space Firebird. But you know, I do miss it. I do miss the game. And when one came up, and I said, look, 250 is a little bit much for a non-worker. I'll give you 150 for it. Because I said that, you know, it's going to cost me maybe 150, 175 quid to get the board fixed. If the monitor's buggered, you know, it's another 100 quid again, because, you know, I don't know how to fix them. So he did the deal. At 150 quid. I had to go up north to get it, so there's petrol money on top. So you could say it cost me about 200 quid, which I think is fair price for a non-working Nintendo arcade machine. They're not that rare, Space Firebirds. If you're looking for one, you can find one. You'll get one. You know, they were quite popular back in the day. So about 1980, Space Firebird came out, and I guess it was about the same time as Galaga or Galaxian, something like that. So Nintendo's still copying other manufacturers. It's a very similar game to those, but it's quite a cool game. It's quite a cool shooter. I really do like it. I mean, the only reason why I got rid of it last time is the board just kept breaking down. Just had a lot of trouble with it and got a bit fed up with it. But you know, when one comes up for that price, I've got to have it. So in a minute I'll show you the cabinet, but first of all I want to show you a flyer, because I recently just picked up a flyer, an original Space Firebird flyer, which I'm going to frame with all my original Nintendo flyers, which I'm collecting. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty 70s, I think. Late 70s, early 80s flyer artwork. I really do like that. And on the back, this is the really cool bit, it's got a picture of the upright version and the cocktail version, the version I've just got. So they did two versions. This version here, the upright, is extremely rare. Extremely rare. In fact, I've only seen two ever, and they've both been in a really bad way. But this was the original shape, the first shape of all the Nintendo arcade machines. In fact, you might even find Radar Scope came in a similar shape cabinet as that. And if you're really lucky, you might find a Donkey Kong in that shaped cabinet. That'd be really awesome. If I ever find one of these, I want one, because I want it either for a radar scope or a Donkey Kong. I think that's really cool. But yeah, you can see it's a slightly different shape. It's much more angular, much straighter lines. Yeah, and the cocktail version there, you can see, it's the one I just picked up. So yeah, that's the original flask, got all the dimensions on there of the cabinet. So that's really nice to have. I'm not sure which way to have it around in the frame, because I quite like seeing that. At the same time, that's really cool, but I don't know, I'll have to wait and see. I'll probably have it this way around actually, because I do like to see the rare cabinet. So that was really cool. So let's get on and show you the game, right? So I'm going to show you the cabinet, and then we'll do a bit of gameplay of Space Firebird. It's really cool. Alright, so here we are, the Space Firebird cocktail I just picked up, and as you can see, it needs a bloody good clean. It's a little bit grubby. The control panel there's slightly faded. You normally get that. It's pretty normal really with these machines. And the veneer's been picked away by kids. That's easy enough. You can get this iron-on veneer stuff. I actually really enjoy putting that on. You can just pick away at this, get the rest of it off, and you buy these little rolls of veneer, and you just iron it on and just cut off the surplus that you don't need. It's really dead easy. I do have some repro artwork for the control panel, which was made up by John Studley. He's the perfect Pac-Man guy. But I don't know if I'm going to use it. The other side's worse, but I can't show you that. We had these made up, and obviously they look completely different because they're white. See, the original is screen printed onto Ali, which, you know, you've got the kind of Ali background. With this, you've got the white background. And if you're going to do it, you need to do both sides. The trouble is with this side, it's not too bad. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do there. But it's nice to see the buttons in good nick. That one's slightly off coloured, but that might clean up. The brown paint always needs shot blasting and powder coating, which I'll get done. That's no problem. I'll get the legs polished. They're aluminium. I'll get them polished up. What else have we got? The artwork on the top. So it's completely faded, sun faded, and I've already got artwork for it. I forgot I had it. So I can put this repro art over the top, which will look nice. And it's missing the warp button method artwork, which is this stuff here, which basically just shows you when you press the warp button, your rocket fires up the screen, and it's protected by this kind of looks like a shell of some sort in front of you, and you can just crash into everything, which is really cool. So that's a nice little bit of decal there that's missing, and which I've got, and you've got one for the other side there too. So that looks really cool once that's on. It needs new glass as well. I'll put new glass on there. It's all scratched, as you can see. So I'll get new glass for it. So yeah, that's no big deal at all. That's the norm of these machines. You've got to expect that when you pick up a 30-year-old machine that's been used by so many people over the years. I guess the only other thing that's missing, which I'm not going to be able to replace, is the monitor decals, which you have up here. Usually get like a decal showing basically how to operate the monitor, you know, volume pots and that sort of thing. And usually on that side as well, that's missing. But that's no big deal really. It's all original inside, as you can see. Original power supply. It's got the Space Fired serial number there in red. You can just about see it there. Original Sanyo monitor with the TST for Space Firebird. It's in good nick, no screen burn. It's in lovely nick, just needs probably capping. It's got a bit of screen fold there, so I just need capping. There's a original PCB and that soundboard, which is on the side there of the monitor. That's all in there. So yeah, that's all cool to find all that, all original inside, and it has been hacked about. Now, actually, I want to leave that up because I want to show you the game in a bit. Now, I just want to tell you about the game. It's a little bit unusual compared to other Space Firebirds that I've seen, and I've seen quite a few. Most of the other Space Firebirds that I've played, you can't save your score. Well, you can. It saves your top 10 score, but you can't put your name in, your initials in. So this is the first game I've ever seen where it allows you to put your initials in. I've never seen that on any other Space Firebird. And what's really weird, because in the original I thought it was a boot. There you can see you can put your initials in. Well, that's usually missing. Normally you just get the numbers. And what's really unusual is normally you've got Nintendo Company down here. It'll come up in a minute. There you go. But you have the last letters of the alphabet. So I don't know what's happening here. Either it's a fault with one of the ROMs, or it's been hacked to have your initials in, and they forgot to put the Nintendo back. So I don't know. I'm no expert on these things, but that's how I imagine. Or it's, you know, that's how it left the factory. Who knows? It's very unusual to find that. It's an original board, so you know, maybe this was one of the later ones, the later boards that they sent out. So it's really cool to see. I've never seen that on any other Space Firebird. Very unusual. So anyway, let's have a go at the game. Let's show you how to play the game. So this is a really cool shooter. Okay. Right guys, I've coined up, and basically I'll just tell you how the point system works. If I get all 50 ships, enemy ships, if I shoot all of them before they disappear off the bottom of the screen, I'll get a perfect 1,000 points. So that's what you want to go for on the first couple of levels. So don't be afraid to use your warp. Now remember, you only get 1 warp per life, and I think you get an extra life at 5,000 points. So that's what we're aiming for. Okay. So yeah, it's just a basic shoot 'em up. Missed it. It didn't work out well at all for me. First level done. Ah, missed it. Damn. 4,120. Not a bad score. See, this is letting me put my initials in now, which is cool. I've never had that before. And I'll normally put owl in. Oh, muck that right up. OAA. Not what I normally do. Let's give it another go. Missed the big one. Damn. Getting too greedy. Ah, damn you. Not good scores. I've got over 10,000 in this game. Got to have an extra life soon. Yes, extra life. Nah. Good score. Oh, that was the last one as well. That's a good score, a really good score. I'm real happy with that. This is the third time I've played it in a year. So, well chuffed with that. Let's put my forum name, Chucky Egg. Egg, Chucky Egg. There we go. Top of the board. Cool. So there we go, Space Firebird. What did you reckon? I think it's a really cool game. It's really fast. Once you get up to about level 4, it starts circling around really quickly. But if you work out, if you play it enough times, you can get in the right position. And just as they're all doing that, you can get a load in one hit. Because you've only got like 3 bullets on the screen at one time, and a lot of games did that back in the day. Only until about Gallagher, you could just keep firing and firing away. You have to be very careful. You know, as soon as they come down here, they're suicidal, the kamikaze, they come straight at you. You've got to make sure you've got 1 bullet left in your arsenal, otherwise that's it, game over. But yeah, really cool game, love the sounds to it, and I'm so happy I've got that back in my collection again, because I was reluctant to get rid of it, but of course, you know, space is premium, and it had to go, but I'm so happy I've got it back again now. It's all working. I'm looking forward to doing a nice restoration on it as well, so it's really cool. So if you ever pick up a Space Firebird, just drop me a line. If you want any help with restoring it, just let me know, and I can put you in the right direction. Just show you this. This is a space. This is probably off a bell fruit or some sort of jammer cab. They kind of made this up. It's not original or anything, but it's quite cool. I love the artwork, and they've used this warp art decal, which you usually find here. Look, I don't know how they've done that, but it's the same thing. And it's really cool artwork. It's got kind of like spaceship Enterprise here. It's really cool. So yeah, that probably went on a jammer or a bell fruit cabinet. It's really cool. So that's it, guys. That's it for this video. Till next week. Next week I'll do a bit more console stuff, and I'll do a tour. I want to show you some stuff I haven't showed you yet. So I'll do that next time, and I'll make sure I do it next week. It won't be so long. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Nintendo Arcade. Or if you want to see some photos of all my stuff, just go on to Ninty Arcade. That's my Facebook page. You can check me out on there. Or just jump on the forum if you want to know about arcade machines. Jump on UK VAC. Some friendly guys on there help you out with machines and stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching again, guys. See you on the next video.